Welcome back to Roll Time. I'm Andrea Full Circle.
I'm Ty Tokes.
And we are doing an unscheduled, unplanned video today. There has been a lot going on in this industry, and for the past few years, both Ty and I have seen different sides of it and heard a lot of stories, and I've gotten to know a lot of people in the industry, and maybe I shouldn't even say a lot, maybe I should say many.
Yeah.
I've gotten to know many people in the industry. But I've been watching a lot of stuff online. I follow most of the major cannabis things on Facebook. I've been paying attention to a lot of posts. I have a lot of anxiety about posting and reaching out, so there has been a lot more activity from me in the last couple of days because this stuff it's home to me. It's passionate. I'm very passionate about this. I'm very passionate about this plant. I'm very passionate about this industry. I literally have adjusted my whole life for the past 4 years to this. And so I guess we'll just get into it. One thing that I've seen that I really feel like really needs to change is we need to come together. There's a lot of opinions out there. There's a lot of people that are trying to make it to the top and not necessarily doing the right things. And then there's a whole nother side of that. There's a lot of small businesses, small grows, small processors, small dispensaries that really, really are trying to do the right thing. Right. And I've had the pleasure of meeting a few of you guys. For all of you, you know who you are. I've expressed it. Thank you. Thank you for all you do. Thank you for what you do for your patients. Thank you for what you do in an industry as a whole. But we need to, we really need to start getting to know each other and start really getting to the heart of what this industry is about. And that's about bringing good quality product to us as patients and to the patients that we're providing for. And there's a lot going sideways right now.
Yeah, there is a lot going sideways. It seems like it's almost upside down, like it's a quantity over quality, it feels like, and people are just kind of trying to make the most, and instead of focusing in on the fact that we are making medicine at the end of the day and we are catering to patients, and they're not just quote unquote customers, like they're patients. They're looking for medicinal products. They need medicine. They're in pain, they're in depression, they're in anxiety, they're cancer patients. There's a list of things that this helps with. So
absolutely,
it does need to be more about the quality, and there's not enough light on the people that have quality. It does feel like there's more light on the people that have quantity, and there's enough out there that have quality that just need to be seen and heard, and you guys should seek those people. If you're online, you're seeking out information, make sure you're seeking out the farms that are the smaller farms, because they are the ones that are going to care more about their products and have less hands on it and more heart into it. That's where
less
I'm
chemicals
at.
For sure.
Less chemicals for sure.
No floor weed.
No floor weed.
I don't care if it's shake or bud. You definitely don't want any contaminants from the floor getting into your shake or your bud, even though shake is the lowest thing on the market right now. We're in a position, we're small. We have some fire freaking shake.
Fire shake.
And quality over quantity, we don't add trim to our shake.
Right.
It's shake.
It's actual shake.
Busted up buds. It's, the keef, the sugar off of the buds. That's what our shake's about. But we don't even produce enough to have it tested to be able to sell, because even though the quality is there, I have very few that are willing to pay me enough to even make it worth the packaging, the testing, the driving,
Yeah.
the delivering, and
Yeah.
everything that comes along with it.
Market's so upside down.
Is.
I think that's the right way to describe it, but it's upside down. It doesn't make sense when the patient needs the cheapest, but then they're not even like willing to educate the patient on why the cheapest isn't going to be the greatest always.
And I understand that, in the demographics, there's a lot of people that are having hardships right now.
Right.
And so that is, we have actually rolled into number 3, and then number 4 is taxes.
Yeah.
Taxes. The taxes that are happening in our industry I'm sorry, they're out of control.
Yeah.
We have excessive taxation.
For sure. Well, and then the taxes aren't even being used properly.
Absolutely
it feels
not.
like there's not very many roads being fixed. Our education system is right now, actually, from what I've heard, now I need to do my own research, but from what I've heard, our education system is in jeopardy right now. They're trying to defund it. And so if that's the case, that just doesn't feel right, because we've been supposedly spending money towards education, and now our kids with IEPs are in jeopardy of not getting those IEPs anymore. And I don't know what else that entails, but it's scary that we're putting money towards this. They're excessively taxing us. They're getting their money in every single aspect of this industry, but yet again, there's no investments. And Oklahoma is not number 1 in education. We're actually far down that list, and that's one of the reasons why this money was supposed to be going towards that. And it's just not going to the right places. But yet again, they're wanting to, like I said, make money off of every aspect, every corner that they can.
Yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's not
Yeah.
fair. It's not fair. It's not what the industry was for. You've seen the industry happen in Colorado, and that's where I was inspired to be in the industry, is they started to give their money to their homeless people. They started to build housing for them. They started to give rehabilitation, where Oklahoma's just not doing that. It feels like we're having to even still fight to be in this, and that's not what this was supposed to be about at all.
From the outside looking in, and then being on the inside in different aspects, but not fully, I definitely need a lot more education in what's going on. But
Yeah.
right now, just looking at it, it looks like there is a couple of deep pockets out there that claim they have the best interest of the patient, and even consider some of their product pharmaceutical grade.
Right.
And that is not the truth.
No, it's not.
It's not the truth. And it's going to have to be all of the patients, all of the people in this industry, everyone in the community that has a loved one that relies on this product, this plant, this God-given plant that we have. We've all got to come together.
For sure. For sure.
We've got to come together.
It's going to take all of us, just like it took all of us for 788. Like, we all were passionate about it, but now there's such division that it's like we can't be passionate about the right things because there's such division.
Yeah.
When if we just come together and mutually agree that we're all in this for the patient, we're all in this for the medicine, then we would get further with our voices. We would get heard. But
That's right.
But there's too much division. There's too much. Well, I think like this, I think like that. Well, yes, that's perfectly okay, but we need to come together for this reason, this cause, and this cause is for our patients. They rely on us, and
That's right.
They need the proper information. They need to know what medicine is being, what is that word?
Remediated?
Remediated, yeah. They need to know what medicine is being remediated. They need to know who fails test and who passed test, who pays to get it tested again. They need to know those things, because there's a reason why people are failing, and they're taking that inside of their lungs, they're taking that inside of their stomachs, they're putting it on their skin. Your body matters, guys, and so it matters what you put into your body. And they're just now, OMA just released somebody failing for metals, and I wish they would have been doing that.
Arsenic.
Yeah.
Some people are saying that's coming from our water, and if there is arsenic in our water, first of all, some people need to start testing their water.
Right.
Second of all, if there's arsenic in the water, Oklahoma, do better.
For sure.
Do better. We pay y'all more than that. Our water bills are outrageous.
Amen.
You have enough to put a filtration system in there. Why would you let arsenic go into our systems?
Right.
That's, yeah.
Well, we pay for a filtration system here, so the smaller grow can do that. Surely the city should be able to do that. It's, like you said, especially with how much we're paying. Like, there's a reason why we pay taxes, guys, and we need to make sure that our taxes are going to the right places. We talked about it in the car the other day, where we thought that, you know, taxes should be public information where our taxes are going.
100%.
It's our money. It's always been our money. That was America. That's the great thing about it, is we pay taxes. It's our money, and we get to help decide where it goes. So we need to be on our people and making sure that they're putting that money where it actually is supposed to be going versus their pockets.
Yep. And you touched in a little bit on testing. I've heard a lot of rumors about testing, and you know, the testing facilities, if you're being paid off, if you're being, or you know what, if you're in the industry and you're sending out false things getting tested and then selling other products, and there's been so many rumors.
There's so many stories.
Testing facilities, do better.
Yeah.
If you know that's happening, just stop.
Right.
It's against the law. It's killing it for the people that are actually trying to do what's right.
For sure.
You can make your money honest by just being good at what you do. Have consistent results.
Right.
And with that, I want to shout out to Steep Hill Testing.
Period.
I mean, they are small, and those ladies up there are phenomenal.
Yeah.
I love them all.
Yeah, they're who I've met. I've loved. So
they are amazing, and you know, there's just a lot of people in this that have good hearts and that really have a concern and a desire and a passion to do the right thing. And we're trying our best to stay compliant with Metric and OMA and OB&DD. And it's been hard and it's been costly. And a lot of people are falling out because they just can't keep up with the requirements.
right.
And so good product is quickly leaving Oklahoma.
100%. People are giving up. People that are supposed to be in
Oh
this.
God, so many people have
They're
given
just
up.
giving up.
I've been watching it, guys. I've been sitting back quietly
Yeah.
for the past 4 years watching this go down.
Yeah.
And
It's sad. It's
it really
very sad.
is.
Well, it's hard. They teach you. I read a business book one time, and it's for college students. My mom just had it around her house, so I picked it up and read it. And they teach you that you're supposed to be ethical in business, and so being unethical by being paid off in those things, you end up having an unethical industry, which
Right.
is that is the opposite of the purpose of this. The purpose of legalization was so we could do this all legally and not have to worry about repercussions for doing it legally. And so when you start doing things illegally, people
You
just
get
gotta be-
contaminated product.
you do get contaminated product, and it's not cool. I mean, it's like Dr. Pepper used to be 23 ingredients. It didn't have all the added stuff. It used to be
Right.
just 23 ingredients. And so cannabis was just cannabis. When you allow extra stuff to slip through, that's when extra stuff will be added to your cannabis.
We're not allowed to call it natural or
Yeah.
organic because why?
That's what it is.
Why? If you're flushing it properly and you're not putting harsh chemicals on it and you're not spraying nothing on your buds,
Right.
don't spray your buds.
Don't spray your buds, people.
Even, I mean, when they're teeny tiny babies,
Right.
don't spray your buds.
Right.
Like, it's not hard.
No. It's really not hard to do the right thing when you're in it for the right reasons.
This has been like on my heart and on my mind. And, you know, I see really good people in this industry. There are so many of you that have such good hearts and passions in this. And there is division between you
Yeah.
because of beliefs, politics, things that don't have anything to do with this industry.
Yeah.
And you guys have amazing ideas. You have amazing passions for getting the right message and the right product and the right news and the right programs to the patients
Right.
and to the people of this industry. And I'm just going to ask you all, I'm not calling out anyone individually. There is a lot I see. Like, put your differences aside and let's come together and figure this out.
Yeah, for sure. Or we're going to lose our industry.
We're
and then
gonna
we're going to
lose
lose each other in the process of that. And we've created such a cool dynamic, such a cool, like, little family, if you will, through cannabis. And you don't want to lose that. You don't want to lose that community. You don't want to lose any community that, you know, you've worked really hard to build. And so don't lose it over hating each other. Don't lose it over hating each other.
And rumors.
Yeah, there'll always be rumors. Rumors are always going around. Just avoid them. Just ignore them. If it's a negative energy, let it go in one ear, out the other. Let it go through the scroll. Just keep going.
Yeah. And you know, I'm just going to call it out for what it is, and then I'll get back to my notes. But dispensaries, you need to do better.
Yeah.
I'm seeing it online now. You know, these small grows like us are having a really hard time keeping and getting and keeping our products in your stores.
Yeah.
Why am I ghosted so much?
I wish I could answer that.
Like, I make the efforts to try to stay on top of everything, and, you know, I try to make sure your packaging is perfect. And when I make a mistake, I correct it instantly. And I've done a lot of driving for mistakes.
I get that. But I don't understand it.
I feel like correct me if I'm wrong. Anybody out there, call me out.
Right.
I'm trying to bring what you guys need, and I have amazing consistent product. I even bring a list of my consistency in my harvest.
Literally.
And in the back of the van, I always have a copy of all of our COAs ever had.
Yeah.
So like I can, and I know a lot of people don't trust testing, but we've had 2, and after I said that on Joe and I's podcast, I thought about it. I think we've had 3.
Yeah.
But that was before I really started doing stuff over in the business side of things. So, I promised my family I was so excited about this job. I was just going to work with the plants.
Yeah.
I never wanted to be behind a desk ever again. I never wanted to have to work with people or talk to people. I was so excited.
She definitely didn't want to do social media either. I had to talk her into it.
No. I have to get to this point where I see, I just pay attention.
Right.
I see what's happening, and it does not have to be this way. There is more of us.
Right.
There's so many more of us.
Yeah.
But
I agree. Come together so that way we can make change for what needs to happen and be progressive about it. Be looking for progress. If you don't have that in the mindset, then it's like anything else. You're not going to get anywhere with it, honestly.
yeah. Well, I'm going to encourage the dispensaries to really reach out to your smaller grows, those guys that don't make it around too often, but leaving you information. I know I have left folders.
Some pretty folders too.
I have left menus. I have, and my prices are fair, guys.
Very fair.
They're very fair. I try really, really hard not to charge delivery fees. Yeah. I literally have ran 3 cars.
Yeah.
Out of miles.
Yeah.
I now have the Canavan. I'm so thankful for that.
Yeah, Canavan.
But this is not easy. Right. And you guys know what we're up against with OMMA and OBNDD. I've heard so many of you, like, I feel sorry for you small grows, and I've even been told we're not going to make it unless we get vertical. Well, how the heck am I supposed to get vertical?
Right.
If I can't sell the product that I have?
Right. Right.
I have strains that are hot, and I sell a lot of my product, don't get me wrong.
Right.
It goes because when people see it, they want it. But the relationships, so that I don't have to drive the state, every other week and have to go out and meet new people, we're small.
Right.
Just a few of you consistently rotating out and buying, man.
It makes a difference. Makes a heck of a difference.
I could get so much done.
No, I get it. I've always rooted for the small farms. I used to only want to order, except for I had regulations on how much I could order at the time, from local farms, because they're the people that care about their product. I mean, you're literally meeting the person that's in there with the plant. So what better way to get information about your medicine that's coming through your doors that you're going to be selling to your patients that rely on you to make that decision for them? What better way than meeting the person that is actually in there with your plants?
Yep.
I mean, you don't get much better than that. It's like meeting a farmer at a farmer's market and knowing that they're the ones that grew that tomato versus I've got plastic coated tomatoes at Walmart,
Yeah.
Like, that's where we're at with it.
It's the truth. That's exactly where we're at with
Yeah.
it. Unless you know your growers, and I'm very transparent. I will answer any questions you want to know. It is me, Joe, Ty, and my husband.
Yeah.
And that has been the consistent group for the past 3 years. So 3.5 years.
Yeah.
So anything you guys want to know, I'll tell you. I mean, we're transparent here. We don't want a bunch of people coming in here running through our flower rooms because that's how you contaminate it.
Right.
So, you can wear the booties, which we have, and you can spray down with alcohol, but dude, still, why?
Right. We'll show you
why?
videos.
We'll show you videos. and you can come in and look in the flower rooms, but we're not gonna let you walk around them, but you can definitely look in and see what we got going on. I'm hoping to in the future have like windows that
would be
people
cool.
can look through.
Yeah.
That'd be really cool.
Ooh, we can do like little circle ones like on the cruises.
Yeah.
On the side of the ships.
We have done pictures, and I believe we've even put a picture of our RO water tank once.
We've done that and a video of it.
Because we invested in that because, we know the water, I mean, it's contaminated. It's got contaminated stuff in it. So
100%.
You definitely don't want that going into your plants. So we definitely invested in that, and even the maintenance and the filters on the RO system, and gaskets go out.
Right. There's something always. There's always something in the grow.
It's expensive, and it's literally like we talked about in the past podcast. It is the backbone of this industry.
Yeah, it is. Without the grows, you don't have anything else. I mean, you literally don't have smoke. You don't have edibles. You don't have RSO. You don't have FICO. You don't have anything. Any of that. You don't have it without the actual flower itself. You don't just mix chemicals to make THC. No, THC is naturally grown.
Yep. And there's ways to do it all naturally.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know about vapes but I mean, you can get rosin, it's stuff, you can keep a lot of it fresh.
Yeah, for sure. I know on the concentrates and the edibles for sure. I'm not sure about, like you said, vapes, but the concentrates for sure, ice water hash is the best way to go. My buddy taught me that a long time ago. He was going to do it, and it's literally just, you put the product in there after you freeze it, and then you mix it in with ice water, and it creates a concentrate that you get to smoke. And it is the cleanest concentrate I've ever smoked.
That's cool.
Yeah, it's a cool process.
Awesome. Well, there are people probably out there doing that, and I know some of these vapes they're cheap,
right?
But what are you putting in your lungs? Like, if you think cigarettes are bad, or even if you smoke cigarettes like I do, like you're double messing up your lungs.
Yeah.
Like for real. Cannabis has been known to help lungs. I don't believe in that we should be daily smoking it.
Right.
I posted something sometime recently, I don't know, something about when the industry was created and how it was removed from us, but this plant used to be a plant that we used. It was 1931 when they started implementing it, I guess. I think that's what the Post said. We'll have to fact check that.
Okay.
But they started taking it away because Big Pharma was coming in, and it did amazing things for people. And then they created this huge stigma that this was bad for you. It was whatever.
Right.
Well, let's just think about this logically, okay? It smells bad. Yeah, so does cigarettes, so does some perfumes, and so do alcoholics.
Yeah,
and
true.
some body odors, okay? We're not banning them and going, oh my God, to them. Like, okay. And well, some people do judge smokers, but I'm just saying overall, like everybody has their thing, okay?
Right.
So it's a smell.
Yeah.
It's a smell. People like me, I try to mask it just like I try to mask my cigarettes, but sometimes I fail.
Right.
And, you know, I hate that because I don't like smelling, but it's, I need my medicine.
Right. I forget about the smell sometimes.
I do too, because you get immune to it. Yeah, you get immune to it. But, you know, and as far as like, okay, I've come from both worlds. From the age of 14 to the age of 35, I relied on pharmaceutical drugs.
Yeah.
For my mood, for just a lot of things. So, and that became such an addiction for me.
Yeah, I get that.
It was horrible. And at 35 years old, I realized, oh my God, you caused destruction. So we had a camera issue and we're back. But I was just saying that the pharmaceutical drugs caused a lot of destruction.
Yeah.
And it created me, I guess, to be the black sheep of the family, or it helped. I don't know. But anyway, a lot of that life I don't remember. And I mean, when I smoke my medicine or I take an edible, I'm able, if there's an argument going on or a disagreement, I'm able to sit back and just kind of really analyze myself and, you know, think about and process through that.
Right.
Rather than reacting. And I relied on marijuana when I quit everything too, because I quit everything cold turkey, you know, alcohol. I have drank 3 times in the past 7 years, but I didn't really get drunk. I didn't get drunk. I got really, really buzzed. But it was at 2 events, and for some reason, I'm such an introvert. I felt like I had the need to, because it was such big events to me, you know.
I get that.
Just to relax, so I could connect and communicate. And, but what I'm realizing is finding the right strains and just relaxing and having peace with myself, and you know, relying on the medicine itself. It's doing it for me just fine. You know?
Get that.
Alcohol sucks.
Amen.
And that's one of the other stigmas, you know, that's what we were on, was the stigma of this plant. And, you know, it has so many health benefits, and we talk to so many patients and so many people in this industry. There's a lot of people that come from heavier drugs in
100%.
this industry, or, you know, in this community. And it's an exit drug.
100% agree.
It sure was for me.
Yeah.
And I don't know if I'm addicted or not. I know that if I am busy and I have cells, or I have to deal with metric, or I don't smoke because I don't need to. Like, I need to stay focused.
Okay.
If I'm having a hard time, I smoke, and I like to smoke at night.
Right.
Helps me sleep. But I've gone weeks at a time without smoking just because I'm so busy. Like, I just don't. Yeah. So, but cigarettes, on the other hand.
Always make time for a cigarette, huh?
Always make time for a cigarette.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I was a heavy drinker, you know.
Always make time for a drink.
Or you always find the money for it. And then your family suffers.
That part. I definitely used to spend a lot of money on alcohol.
Alcohol's expensive.
It is expensive.
And it's in every single grocery store. A lot of convenience stores have beer, wine. It's on display. There are some cans that look really cool. They definitely would entice children.
Oh, 100%. It's in our shows too.
Yeah.
You know, you don't get
Yeah.
you don't see a lot of like cannabis shows. I mean, there's starting to be some, thankfully, because we're ending that stigma.
Yeah.
But I grew up watching people party, you know, like on TV. That was the thing. It was people were partying. Jersey Shore, psh, that stuff was
Yep.
blasted for us kids.
Yep.
And that was the thing. And they were promoting that lifestyle, but we're not allowed to, you know, promote it to children at all. If the packaging even looks like it's for children, they get rid of it.
Yeah.
But like you said, you can have alcohol in any store. It's in all of the shows. I mean, we live in an alcohol-filled world. Even sports teams, their biggest sponsors are alcohol. Rodeos, that's another one. I don't think like fighting or anything like that, but I know for sure like rodeo and football and basketball. I mean, you go to a game, you could always get a drink.
Yep, that's truth.
But you can't always smoke your cannabis.
Nope.
So
Nope.
it's not really fair.
But, you know, there are designated smoking spots for, like, cigarettes and stuff. So I do agree, like, respect people that are around you. Some people are allergic to smoke. Some people just don't like it on them, and that's respectable. I mean, it's, you know, if you are a cannabis user, just like you are or if you are a cigarette user, or you don't shower but once a month, or you wear a strong perfume, or, you know, there's so many things. You drink a lot of alcohol, like, it's just a respect for each other. So take your cannabis where cigarettes are commonly smoked.
Yeah.
You know, that should be legal. That should be, if you're smoking outside a cigarette, you should be able to smoke your joint.
For sure agree.
It's your medicine.
For sure agree.
That stigma, it needs to be broken, because if you look at this big picture, so they created this whole stigma for everyone to be scared of this plant and to hate this plant.
Right.
And now they're trying to flip it back and say, oh, okay, maybe it's not bad for you.
Right.
You know, there are some health benefit to it.
Right.
Let's let Big Pharma have it.
Yeah.
And we've done all the lead work. We should be able to grow our plants when we want.
Right.
We should be able to partake in a natural plant whenever we want.
For sure.
And the stigma needs to be broken.
Yeah, 100%
It's just insane.
agree. 100%
It's absolutely
agree.
insane. And if you are going to continue this madness with flour and edibles, then you, Oklahoma, and the United States need to be better and get alcohol better regulated. Get it off the
100%.
shelves where kids can see it. Stop putting it in commercials.
Yep.
Stop putting it in shows, because that destroys people. Alcohol destroys you.
100% agree.
For the first time in my life, I am living.
Right, I get that feeling. I've been drinking since a very young age, whether it be the weekends or whatever, you know. It's always been in my life since probably, and this is going to sound insane, but 7 or 8 years old, I was drinking a beer with Dad, you know.
Yeah.
And I've lost a lot of good years of my life just by chasing alcohol and chasing that environment, when I don't know, I'm safer with the stoners than I am the alkies.
Yeah, and that's just it. Like, there's a lot less fights. I mean, people get more calm. You know,
Right.
we don't have fights at
Nah.
cannabis events.
Nah.
Not that I know of, unless there's alcohol involved.
Right.
And so yeah, that's
Yeah, 100%.
a huge stigma, and I'm dead serious. Like, if our government, if our elected officials want to continue this stigma on our planet, like, you really need to crack down on the cigarette companies and the alcohol companies, because they promote to our kids more than cannabis does. And
Yeah.
cannabis, and just like Cat Will was in here talking, you know, for anxiety and for depression, which runs rapid in our world today because
Amen.
of everything going on.
Right.
You know, that should be more accepted.
Yeah, 100%.
Because these kids aren't getting regulated, they're getting on pharmaceutical drugs.
Yeah.
And, you know, after we had talked about that at one point, but I don't think we ever aired it. But, you know, after I thought about it, I'm just going to say this. I'm starting over. You know, when I sit back and think about it, like, my hard drugs came from alcohol and pharmaceutical drugs.
Yeah, right.
That's where it started.
Right. I get that.
And my journey through the pharmaceuticals and the alcohol, when it ended at age 35, I've only relied on cannabis, except for those 3 times.
Right.
Except for those, and each time, like, I was like, oh, I could have done it without it.
Right. I get that feeling.
I could have done it without it. And I did keep a limit.
Right.
I kept myself, so I know I have control now where I didn't 7 years ago.
Right. I get that.
But cannabis is not bad, guys.
Nah, it's not.
You've been lied to.
It's not.
You've been lied to.
I'm in such a better mood and such like a better, like, I can like be a normal human now that I don't drink. I don't have like the mood changes, the outburst or anything like that. Like, I mean, I get it, you know, everybody gets emotional every now and then, but I don't have it like alcohol, man. It was like this like bear just came out of me and I couldn't control him. And now that all I do is smoke, like, I'm such a like, chill for the most part. I mean, hey, life happens. You get a little emotional every now and then, but then I smoke and I'm good. Like, it brings me right back, and I'm like, okay, I can focus on what I got to focus on and get my stuff done.
It's a true story.
Yeah.
I feel the same way.
Yeah.
Like I said, I can just kind of sit down and organize my thoughts and work through things, and I think I'm a much nicer person because of that.
I don't know who you were when you drank alcohol, but I think you're pretty nice now, so.
Thank you. I was not a nice person,
Yeah.
and, you know, I recognize where I was wrong, and, you know, now being on the other side of it, you know, I've lost relationships, I've lost friendships, I've lost a lot of things, but healing is worth it. I can't change the past, but I can change my future. So
100%.
And I have met a lot of you who have very similar stories, very similar journeys, and I am proud of you.
Yeah.
I am so proud of you because I know how hard that journey is.
Yeah.
But
there is a lot of cannabis like advocates and enthusiasts that have had similar journeys and say the same things. They're really good people. They're really easygoing. They're really friendly, very accepting, and very loving folks. And just prior to that, they had experiences with, like you, pharmaceuticals and alcohol. I've experienced that too. They've completely changed because of it. So it's like, you know, we can't technically do test over this right now because it's not federally legal, but I'm just saying statistics don't lie, and I'm starting to see a pattern in the statistics. People are starting to get better with cannabis.
it's truth.
It's right there.
It is what it is.
Yeah, it is, and it's cool to see. So go follow all those people too, because there's some good ones out there.
Yeah, there really is. And you know, there's a lot of hurt in this industry, and gosh, we just got to bring it all together. Everybody needs to come together. We need to have a family meeting.
Ooh.
We need to have a family meeting. So with that being said,
drum roll.
I've been so nervous to announce this because, well, I don't like announcing things, but here we go. May 17th at 1 p.m., we are going to be having a family reunion.
Yeah.
This is not sponsored by anybody. It is not an event. It is not, everything that we have has been donated. We have the land, private property donated. Water utilities are donated. We have we have a big building that we can use.
Yeah.
So we are going to have a Canna family reunion picnic.
Yeah.
So
a gathering of the Canna family.
yeah, it's going to be like a potluck picnic. So, You guys bring your lawn chairs, your picnic blankets, your whatever. We're going to have all kinds of things going on, and some education.
Yep.
We have a lot of really cool things lined up for you guys. So this is an absolute free event, and we hope that this is the first of several that we will be moving across the state. We're working on the next one already. So we have the majority of everything donated, and we're going to continue to work on the very few things that we have left. But it's free, 100% free. It's family friendly. We want the community family, the Canna family, all the families that if you have a family member that is benefiting from this, come support. Come be there and learn that our industry is, and the people in this industry and the people that partake, we have some amazing stories.
Oh yeah.
And we the people, we need to come together.
Yeah,
so
for sure. Let's hang out.
I'm excited. But we're gonna hang out. It is a reunion. A family meeting, whatever you want to call that. But again, absolutely free. So spread the word. It is going to be in Lawton, right outside of town.
Yep.
We will announce the address a few weeks before May 17th. So be following and listening, and please tell all of your friends and share this information that it is absolutely happening. It is the Canna family reunion, and it is coming to Lawton. That's going to be the first of hopefully many.
Yes, I'm excited.
And we just need to get together.
Yeah.
So once again, grab your lawn chairs, your blankets, your picnic food.
Yeah.
Bring for all your peeps with you, and bring some to share. We'll have some tents. We have some tents donated.
Yeah.
We have tables, depending on the weather.
Okay.
It's pending weather.
Okay, fair.
But we have, it's going to be great.
Yeah, I'm excited.
It's going to be great.
Excited.
So I know Lawton is kind of far for some of us. I mean, we're clear across the state, kind of almost.
Yeah,
so
it's a drive for us.
It's about 3-hour drive. So
Yeah.
I guess we're not clear across the state. I shouldn't say that, but it's a drive.
Yeah.
And but this is important, guys. It's really important that we understand what each other's goals are, and the small businesses and the small mom and pops that are really wanting to get the good stuff to the patients. We need to figure out how to bring that together, how to
make it all work.
Unite.
Yeah.
How to unite.
For sure.
So the best way to do that is get together, listen to some good music, and have conversation.
Yeah.
Like, conversation is great.
For sure.
So there are some things that if you have available and you want to be a part, we want to volunteer. We do have some positions and some things we're in need of. You're more than welcome to reach out to us on Roll Time Facebook page. Or you can reach out to Andrea Full Circle Tatokes. It's just a few things. So everything else is lining up perfectly, and we are really, really excited. So sorry, my words aren't all together. I'm very nervous, but
nah, don't be nervous. You got this. This is very exciting. It's been cool to see, as somebody that's been here for the last year. Missed a couple of months, but other than that, been here for the last year, and to hear you talk about this and to see it all coming together, I'm really excited for it. I think the people should be really excited too, because when Andrea does something, she does it big, and she thinks about all the details, so it's gonna be good. And I'm excited to see it all come together and to see your vision come to life.
Thank you. I'm really excited, but I am always open to advice.
Yeah,
and
for sure.
I am humble enough to say that I am confident that I can do this, but help never hurts.
Amen.
So I am all ears to anyone who has any constructive advice, criticism, whatever. Like let's conversate. But we have some great people behind the scenes on this.
100%.
And they're not big and famous or anything. It's just people in the community that are ready for some changes.
Yeah.
So, reach out to us if you have any questions.
Let us know.
And be looking out for some flyers that'll be popping up soon. We're going to get plenty of them made. So if you're a dispensary or anyone that has people coming in and out and would like to get the word out for us, let us know. We'll bring you some flyers and some information.
Yeah.
So I'm excited. We got to... education and communication is what is going to get us through this, guys.
100%.
100%. So I have some fire product. Beautiful, beautiful product. And I know there are some other small grows out there that have very, very comparable
for sure.
product. So
For sure.
you guys start shouting yourselves out. Start shouting yourselves out on Roll Time dispensaries. If you guys are looking for the small grows, start looking on Roll Time page.
Yeah, and if you're a small grow that wants to get your voice out there, let us know. Message us, message Andrea, myself, or the Roll Time, and let us know, because we definitely would love to have you on the show. After all, this is for the smaller guys. We're really highlighting y'all, so just reach out to us and let's get you rolling. Let's get you on the TV screen.
And even if you are bigger, if you have managed to work your way up to have 3 or 4 dispensaries, go you. If you're doing the right thing and your thing is for patients, we want to promote you too.
For sure.
As a matter of fact, I'm looking for you guys because I want to give you my product. I want you to have my product.
Right.
Multiple locations means less driving for me.
Right.
But you guys, yes, like Toss said, reach out.
Yeah, reach out to us. Let us
Reach
know.
out if you have a story or you have. We have quite a few people lined up. I'm excited.
Yeah, we
I'm
do.
excited.
We've got some really cool ones coming up.
And let's work together. Let's put all our differences aside and just really work on bringing the community together. It's the only way, guys. They're trying to take over.
Yeah.
They're trying to take
100%.
over, and taking over means faster processing, means less quality, and you need us.
Yeah.
You need us small grows. So
sure.
let's figure it out.
For sure.
And processors.
Yeah.
And the dispensaries that want to keep the small grows alive.
Right.
So, okay. I'm going to quit rambling. That is really all we wanted to share with you guys today. Did you have anything else?
Nope, I'm good.
Awesome. So let's figure this out. Get together May 17th. I'm so excited to finally be able to announce this, and it's going to be huge. And if you want to volunteer, reach out to one of us or on the Roll Time, and we will be happy to have you aboard. So anyone and everyone is welcome. We're going to support each other. We're going to get to know each other. We're going to share each other's stories and really just bring the community together. As you guys know, on the top of the Full Circle Growers page, you can find our list of dispensaries that have supported us and continue to keep our product in their stores. So find you somebody close by on that list and to go get you some Full Circle Growers flower and put that in your pipe and smoke it. We will see you next time. Rolling out.